Recording this video feels like standing in the middle of that storm. Vulnerability swells within me, but I know it's the bridge that connects us. It allows us to be seen in our truest form. Vulnerability invites us to connect deeper with ourselves and others. It's an opening, a bridge to transformation. When we allow ourselves to be seen, flaws and all, we invite healing and growth, both internally and externally. It's through vulnerability that we learn to face our fears and evolve. Here are 3 tips to practice vulnerability in your day-to-day. In every touch, we find the story of creation. In each gesture, the whisper of something yet to unfold. We stand between the seconds, where creation flows like grains of sand. Here, we weave meaning from fragments, form from the formless. With each shift, we hold the potential of new beginnings. Through the lens of transformation, we are both creators and creations, refracting light in endless ways. We carry the wisdom of those before us, releasing what no longer serves us and creating paths toward a new. Empathy bridges the gaps we cannot see, connecting us heart to heart, soul to soul. Yeah, this is still very wild to me that I'm actually doing this. I mean, life has just been in the most reflective time. You know how you have those moments when you just can't believe the level of transformation that's just happening, and then you're resistant, and then you lean in, and then when you find that connection of just sharing what's true to you in a way that hopefully it connects with someone. It's just driving up here, I was just like, wow, this is, I prefer to kind of just be in the background sometimes, especially when it comes to me. I'll be in the forefront for whoever at any point, just with that connection. But doing something like this, don't mind me, I'm gonna just zone out for a second. Just, music is just like a connector. Sometimes, how athletes, they just get hyped. There's just the pep rally. For me, it's like music. It's just such a point where everything is intentional and everything connects to you. It's just it's just everything. It's just almost like a wave of emotion that just connects. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. You are tuned in. Start broadcasting now. Those words, a divine whisper, became my guiding star after a profound loss transformed my world. My grandmother, my anchor, my guiding light, transitioned on her birthday, July 15th, 2023. But her journey to that moment began months earlier when she came to live with me. It was a lifelong dream of mine to have her by my side in her later years. And in a way, it soothed the lifelong fear. The fear of losing her, or no longer having her physical presence in my life. But in her passing, she left me with something far greater. A message to embrace a new kind of strength. Not the strength of walls, but the strength of surrender. The strength of vulnerability. On her 81st birthday, my grandmother, with tears in her eyes and a tremor in her voice, shared her deepest fear with me. She had already lost 2 children, and her heart ached for my uncle, who had dedicated his life to caring for her. She feared what his life would become without her. In that moment, she let me see her vulnerability. It wasn't weakness, it was truth. She didn't hide it, she shared it. And in doing so, she taught me that the greatest strength lies not in shielding ourselves, but in opening ourselves. Think of a lighthouse. It doesn't control the storm or silence the crashing of the waves. It stands tall, unwavering, offering light not to change the world around it, but guide those lost in the darkness. Vulnerability, much like this lighthouse, doesn't remove our challenges. It illuminates the path through them. Recording this video feels like standing in the middle of that storm. Vulnerability swells within me, but I know it's the bridge that connects us. It allows us to be seen in our truest form. Vulnerability invites us to connect deeper with ourselves and others. It's an opening, a bridge to transformation. When we allow ourselves to be seen, flaws and all, we invite healing and growth, both internally and externally. It's through vulnerability that we learn to face our fears and evolve. Here are 3 tips to practice vulnerability in your day-to-day. Tip 1, practice honest communication. Start by sharing how you feel with someone close to you, without holding back or trying to sugarcoat. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but letting someone into your true thoughts and emotions can deepen your connection and help you both grow. Tip 2, accept imperfection. Show yourself some grace when things don't go as planned. Embrace your imperfections and allow yourself to be seen as you truly are. Vulnerability doesn't mean being flawless. It means showing up fully, flaws and all. Tip 3, apologize when necessary. It takes courage to admit when you're wrong or to acknowledge when you've hurt someone. Saying sorry, even for the small things, is a powerful act of vulnerability. It opens the door to healing and understanding. My grandmother's vulnerability taught me something powerful. She wasn't afraid to show her deepest fear, and through her, I learned that vulnerability isn't just about opening up to others. It's also about opening yourself to the moments of healing. There's something vulnerability teaches us. It teaches us to say sorry for big things and small things. Just like my grandmother, I've had moments when I thought showing my weakness would make me lose something. But instead, it opens doors to connect and heal. Saying sorry, even when it's hard, is one of the most vulnerable acts. It's acknowledging that you're not perfect, but you're willing to show up and grow and make things right. And that's where true strength lies. Just like the strength my grandmother showed me on that day. Thank you for joining me on this journey. As always, be kind to yourself and do something kind for someone else. It truly makes life sweeter.